hello again. Here's Alex from Blacksheep IT Consulting, and we have finished our enterprise installation. The initial enterprise installation is done, so there's a Siebel enterprise buzzing on this machine, and it's a development enterprise, so we also need probably Siebel tools. Not probably, you're going to need Siebel tools even in Siebel 26 and probably later. No one has that large a crystal ball, but Siebel tools is still required at the time of recording for several things like schema changes and using all these nice comparison windows, which probably will make their way into Siebel Web Tools. Nobody knows when or if, but for now we are going to run the setup bat file as administrator, as we do. And once the installer comes back up, we will find a place for our Siebel tools installation. Okay, so we have an installation directory. I designate the Siebel directory and tools. So keeping things separate. Of course, when I update, I have to update the enterprise components and Siebel tools separately because I have two different home directories. Okay, no language packs needed for Siebel tools. Really, nobody wants to see Siebel tools in German, believe me. And of course, we deselect the enterprise components and we select Siebel tools. We will configure Siebel tools right away. And let's click next on that. So yeah, this has changed recently. So you have your database connection selection, and you're prompted to enter server name : port, which is a bit weird, but let's do it. So that's the port number, and we have a table owner, the instance name, and it requires the file system for whatever reasons. It's Siebel tools. So we give it a direct path. Okay. So I think this is all it needs. Yeah, it's going to install it. That will take only a few moments. There are several things which are important in this version. We'll figure it out relatively soon. I'll pause the video for now until the installer is finished. So the installer done its duty, so let's finish it up. And we have, of course, in the start menu, we will have, well, Siebel tools somewhere. Oh, it's refreshing. There are Siebel tools, yeah, you have to look for it. Or at least this boomer here doesn't know how to use Windows 11, or sorry, Windows Server 2025. And let's launch it from here, because that's what you would do right away. And I guess it wouldn't launch, so we have to agree to these terms, first time launch. And then you have, well, only server here makes sense in Siebel 25, 26. And we log in as the only user we currently have. Let's see how far we get. Okay, we get an error, authentication subsystem error. Okay, something wrong with the database connection here. There are two things wrong. One is it's actually not wrong, but should be settled. Once you install Siebel multiple times, that is 25.2 and higher, and you have Oracle database, then the path variable, the system path variable, gets an entry with the last update or installation to the path of the Oracle DB client folder. Now you see tools is on top and the SES is below. So it would use the tools Oracle DB client all the time. We don't want that. So actually I can move it down or remove it altogether. Doesn't hurt because we have this one. We use this Siebel enterprise components on this machine. It's a server machine. So that's number one. having the path done. And now let's take a look into the Siebel Tools installation folder and pay a visit to bin enu tools CFG. Let's see, I can run this with Notepad++. Always, please. Okay, and in this CFG file, everything seems like normal until you see this here, the connect string. It's a bit weird. It has taken the one parameter that we entered, and it has taken the other parameter, and actually the TNS alias is the only one we need. So I need to correct this and then save the file, and that hopefully saves Siebel Tools. So let's launch it one more time. And let's see how it works this time. You can also, oops, sorry, didn't want to launch it a second time. You can also set the properties of the shortcut as you do to include /d server data src, server data source in the CFG file, and add a username and even a password if you dare, showing the password in plain text. And that will just log you straight in without having to type in the credentials every time. Of course, be careful with that password in case it's a sensitive password. So, oh yeah, there goes Siebel Tools. It is coming up against the database, against main 0. It's a, remember, it's a fresh Siebel database, fresh, new, brand new installation. And let's wait until it's completely loaded. And let's go to Workspace Explorer. Yeah, always do it like so. And the only workspace you got in a fresh Siebel installation is main 0. So that's where the story starts, right? And then you can go from there and, of course, configure Siebel. So the rest, of course, is there. The development or design repository part, since when you do a fresh Siebel database installation, you get a design repository imported, which makes this environment a development environment, which is the environment where you start with Siebel. And later on, you will create a test environment and a production environment by, well, migrating the main or other integration workspaces into that copy or fresh Siebel database, and it will become a runtime repository database. Okay, we're getting a little bit too far ahead here. So let's exit out of Siebel Tools for now. Siebel Tools is properly set up. Good. And we can continue with the rest of the demonstrations. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.